Hello, and welcome to Inksoft training video number 2. Let's jump in. So everything we're going to go over in this video is in this menu here, Inksoft Core. So we'll start with proposals, which is our on-the-spot order building tool. So if a customer walks in or gives you a call, you can just put an order together for them here and charge them via email through Stripe. So first thing you'll do is just go to Create. And you'll basically start at the top left and work your way down. So add contact. If for whatever reason you don't find the person you're looking for, you can just create a new contact here on the spot. So we'll just do this one. And then proposal name, just give it a name. Name it after something relative to what you're selling, I guess. And then the assignees here, any admin account that you create, there's 3 of me here, any admin account you create will then be listable as an assignee here. So it's really just here so you can track who's bringing in what sale. So if you have commission payouts or something like that, or you just want to know who's bringing in the sale, or if you want to put your name on it, that's why it's here. PO number, this is for the customer's PO that they would be paying you with. This isn't for the PO that you would be purchasing product with. So if you have that PO, you can just enter this now, or you can leave a note on the order later. The expiration date and in-hands date are optional, just like the PO number. So expiration date, I just choose any day that I want the proposal to expire. So if the customer hasn't paid me by this day, then it'll just close the proposal. In-hands date is a custom estimate you can give the customer saying we'll get it to you in your hands by this day. Taxation. So we are integrated with TaxJar, which is the best in the industry. So you're pretty safe to just leave this set to automated tax rate and it knows what to do. So if the customer's in a different zip code and they have a different tax rate than your current zip code, it'll adjust that automatically for them. Let's see. You can also adjust the taxation for individual products here as well. So you're not locked to the system calculating tax for you on each product. So if there's a certain product you're not going to be charging tax on, you can just eliminate the tax on the proposal for that specific product. You can do a custom tax rate if you want to. Just type in any percentage, and then you can tax shipping or not. Or you've got non-taxable, just select a reason. But pretty safe just to leave it at automated tax rate, and if you do need to adjust any products after that, you can. So in the payment details here, this is where you decide if you're going to charge full price. You can request a deposit or no deposit required at all, at which point it just becomes an approval. So it's all in the payment terms here. Payment in full upon approval, this is the option that will charge full price no matter how you send it. And then no deposit required, you can send it as just no deposit, and then they can just approve the proposal and they can't pay you. And then you have balance due date. So you can give a fixed day for them to pay you here. And let's see, I would just line this up with the expiration date, by the way. So if you choose not to do an expiration date and then they go past the day that you quote them here, they can still pay you after the due date here. But if you do an expiration date, then it will expire and they will not be able to pay you after the day that you select. Or days from approval. So you can just put 5 days here. So that means after they approve the proposal, they have 5 days to pay you the rest here. Or you can request a deposit. Just do a dollar amount here. You can do any dollar amount you want to, or a percentage of the total. You could do 50% down, and then once the customer gets the proposal, they can then pay you the deposit and then approve it. Same options here for the remaining balance. So you have a fixed day that you can choose, or days from approval, meaning after they pay you the deposit, they have 5 days to pay you the rest. We'll just set it back to approval here. So display settings, you can turn off your manufacturer and your SKUs from displaying to customers on each product if you want to. Just turn those off. And then shipping, we'll get to this in a sec. We can't attach shipping until we have products on the proposal, so we'll get to this in a little bit. So we've got add product, add art, add service, and add custom. We'll start here. It stands for add custom line item. So these are super open-ended and really simple to use and really tempting, but there's a couple things you have to keep in mind with custom line items and also with reusable services. So both of these here, reusable services and custom line items, you're not able to track those through our purchasing or production system. And that's because the custom line items aren't actual products, they're just line items on the order, and these aren't products either, reusable services. So we can only track products through our purchasing and production system. So we'll get to these two today. So add custom line item. You can upload an image here, any image you want to. You can put notes on it or name it. You'll notice color and size are optional, so it doesn't even have to be a product. Like if you wanted to charge a labor fee and add it as a custom line item, you can do it that way. Oops. Just put in your price and then add it. Or you can add lines here and just put in the sizes of the shirt that you're selling. So basically I would only use a custom line item for a shirt if it's a shirt that you've already decorated, it's already, it's in your shop, it's ready to be shipped, and you don't want to go through the trouble of creating a product from scratch in Inksoft just so you can show your decorated shirt. So if you want to do it this way, you can. Just keep in mind you can't track it through here. Okay. Next up, we will do add reusable service. So anything you create here is then reusable. So let's see. We can do a rush fee. Just put a description in here, and then let's say you're going to charge $25 per hour for your rush fee. You can make it taxable or not. If I create this and then I add it to the proposal, then I can select how many hours I worked on this, and it'll tally up the hours based on the amount that you choose here. Oops. And then add art, pretty simple. You can upload an embroidery file or just any art file you want to, and then you can put notes on it, and then the customer can view that when they get their proposal. And then add product. So it's just like we went to store admin and clicked create new, except this area is a bit more powerful. So this shows you every blank product in your account, and it also shows you every decorated product in every store that you've ever done. So I can also filter here to see products submitted or products decorated in specific stores if I need to. But for this example, we'll just grab this next level. Here it is, and I can select some colors here. Next. And in proposals, you have total control. So if you want to sell this as a blank, you can just keep it blank. Estimate art price, this option is here. If you don't have the artwork on hand, but you still need to charge your print fees and stuff like that, you can still charge your print fees and setup fees and stuff like that this way. And then once you get the artwork on hand, you can upload it to the order later. Or if you have the artwork on hand, just upload art, which is what we'll do here. There it is. Okay. Got the same colorways options here as we do in store admin. So if you need to adjust the artwork based on the shirt color, you can. Then we'll create mockup. And on this page, you'll enter your quantities first. So I'm just hitting tab to go to the next size. And then we've got the front side, the back side, and the left sleeve. So this is all three images that came with each color here. If there was a right sleeve image, we would have right sleeve right here as well. So we're only decorating on the front. So this is the only one we need to worry about. Let's say we're going to screen print this one, and it's going to be a 6-color job. Add to proposal. So now whatever screen print pricing grid this SKU is assigned to, it's now automatically going to bring in that pricing. So as you can see, we've got our setup fee here. It's not exactly $90, and that's because the system will adjust the setup fee based on the cost per garment. So if we can't adjust the cost per garment to add up exactly to the setup fee here, it will just subtract a little bit so that it can equal the setup fee. If I hover over this number here, it shows me how much the print price is factoring in here and also how much the setup fee. But again, your customers won't see a setup fee. They're not going to see the print price or anything like that. This is just for you as the admin. So let's see. Once the product's on the proposal, I can change anything I want about it. So I can override the price here. I can override the screen print price. Edit the sizes and the quantities. And then setup fee, you can edit the setup fee, you can change the artwork, or you can change the art estimate. So if you want to change your decoration for each side, you can as well. Add notes. These notes are really useful for any production team, really. These notes will appear pretty much everywhere. Even the customer can view these notes. So if you have internal notes, just throw them in your proposal notes. Customers will not see these notes here. So we'll add our notes. Save it. And then you'll notice after I save it, we get this little warning notification in the shipping. You'll just want to make sure you attach either shipping or pickup here to the proposal. If you try and process an order without shipping or pickup attached to it, it won't let you do it. So it's best to just take care of this now. So we'll add some pickup. Okay. Save it. And now if I want to send the proposal to the customer, so it'll send it to the contact up here, I can just click send proposal, this little paper airplane icon. Click that. Send as approval, as a quote, or as an invoice. So you can preview each one of these if you want to. Click the three dots up here and go to customer view. You can preview as approval, a quote, or an invoice. I like the approval just because it has the most information on it. So we'll see what this looks like. So this is exactly what the customer is going to see when they open up their proposal. So they can approve and pay. Here's their expiration date, cost per garment. And as you can see, they don't see a setup fee or any print prices or anything like that. Here's their notes. And then if I click view details, the approval is the only one that has the view details option here. It lets you zoom up on the artwork, inspect it, make sure it looks nice. And then you get your product description here. Some products do come with a size chart as well. And then down at the bottom, here's their pickup location. And then, let's see, order total, minimum due upon approval. So we're requesting payment in full. And then there's their due date again. And then you have your privacy policy, terms of use, and color disclaimer. So Inksoft does include some generic privacy policy, terms of use, and disclaimer. You can adjust these if you want to. So I'll just approve and pay. Well, I won't do this here, but this is how the customer would then approve and pay you. And then you get an email notification saying that you were paid. And then it would then generate an order from this proposal. So it would send this proposal from proposals to orders. And let me just go back to the proposal screen here real quick. So we've got three different columns here. New just means you've created the proposal, you've saved it, but you haven't sent it to the customer yet. In progress means you have sent the you have sent the proposal to the customer, but they haven't approved it or paid for it yet, so you're just waiting on that approval. And then done means they've approved it or paid it, and then there's been an order that's generated. So everything in the done column here should have an order number. And then we'll go back to the proposal. One last thing. If you just want to skip the approval process and just generate the order, just click the three dots and go to send to orders, which is what we'll do here. Send to orders. Okay. Now we'll go to Inksoft Core Orders. So this is where any order that's submitted through your system will land. So if you're using our designer embed or the designer or any store, doesn't matter, all the orders will land here. So you can also filter them. In the top left, you've got your open orders. You just click this down there, open orders, completed orders, canceled, or all. And then also the filter in the top right, you can see orders submitted from specific stores if you need to, or you can filter your proposals and just view your view by assignee and different filtering options as well. So we'll go ahead and open up this order. Here's my notes. In the top right, you've got print packing slip. It's just a summary of the order, so you can print it out and include it in the package. Print work order. Let me show you what this does here. So the work order is used for any production team, really. So here's your internal notes, your product specific notes, and then it breaks it down and tells you, for this antique gold, it breaks it down by garment color and lets you know which, how many of each size are going to receive which piece of artwork. So just making sure you're printing on the right stuff. And then also we've got download render package. So this just includes the artwork that was used to decorate the product here, so you can actually produce the items. So quick note about this, if you use a raster file, so JPEG or PNG, you're only going to get raster files in the render package. But if you decorate with vector, you'll get vector files and raster files in the render package. So if you need vector, you want to be decorating with vector as well. Let's see, if I click here, I can download the artwork or I can edit the design. And then as far as this product goes, I can make as many changes to this SKU as I want to. So just click the three dots, edit product. I can adjust the print price per item. I can adjust the garment cost. I can adjust quantity. If there were missing sizes here, I could add those sizes in, like that. And then just update. I can also add more colors of this product. So I can select another color and add that in. Select my quantity and sizes and stuff like that. In the payment details, so request payment, this option is here. Once you get Stripe set up, when you click this, it just sends the customer an invoice email requesting that they pay the remaining balance here. And then if they paid it, it would then show paid up here. Add payment, this is for if a customer walks in to give you cash or writes you a check or something like that. You'll just type in the amount that they paid you here and select cash other. Just leave a note. And then record payment. And if I click this, it would then show paid right here. Pickup details, I can change this to shipping if I want to. Just hit the pencil, change to shipping, and then I'll enter the address, and then select my shipping provider, so UPS, ground, or USPS first class, whichever I want to choose. And then add fee discount, pretty self-explanatory. Just choose between a discount or a fee, and then you can do it based on a percentage of the order total or a flat dollar amount discount or fee. And then just apply that. And then in the timeline here, this shows you any admin action that's been performed on the order. So it'll tell you who did it, on what day, and what time. And if you need to leave notes here, you can. Customer's not going to see these as well. Oops. Okay, so back to all orders. There's only 2 ways that you can process an order through Inksoft, and that depends on if the order has shipping attached to it or pickup. So we've got these 2 tabs up here, and also your pending approval tab for any designer orders. Might as well just show you what this looks like. So if you get a designer order, you can just open it up and reject it or approve it, and you can download the render package here just to inspect the artwork, make sure it's printable. So as far as processing orders goes though, just the 2 routes here, shipping or pickup. So what you do is you can just select multiple orders that are ready to be processed, and you'll just click this little blue check mark orders is ready to ship / pickup. If I click this, it'll send each order to the correct tab up here. So let's say I sent some orders to ready to ship. Got these orders here. So you can purchase and print your shipping labels here if you want to, or you can integrate with ShipStation if you want to, excuse me. So for a single order, if I just want to do one order, I can. I'll just enter the package dimensions and the weight here. And then as soon as I click out of here, it's going to spin right there. I actually don't have shipping integrated in my account, so I can't show you the exact way that this happens, but it's really simple. Once you select your dimensions and your weight, you can then click inside this little rectangle and you can choose UPS ground, USPS first class, whatever shipping carriers you have integrated into your account, you can select here, and then it'll show you the actual cost of the label that it's going to cost you to purchase it. So once a label is selected here, it gets added up into the summary here, and then you'll see a blue button that says purchase shipping labels. So you can purchase shipping labels in bulk if you want to as well. Basically, whatever orders have labels selected here, the cost of those labels, let's say we did these 3 orders, all 3 of these labels costs will be added up in the summary. And if I click purchase shipping labels, it'll purchase all 3 of those shipping labels and give you a PDF file for each order that you can print out then. You can also enter your dimensions and weight in bulk here. Just select multiple orders, enter dimensions in bulk. Same thing with the weight. And then you'd have to then select a label here, select a label, and you can purchase shipping labels for all 3. Or let's say we've already shipped this order out. We just took it straight to USPS and shipped it that way, but the order's still sitting in your ready to ship tab. At this point, you can then just record shipment. So you just select the order, record shipment, and then you can include the tracking number if you want to. It's optional. And you can notify the customer with an email or not. So entirely optional, both options here. Just submit. So if I did submit this order, it would complete the order. So what would happen then is it would remove this order from the ready to ship tab. And then back in all orders, I use this drop down and I could view the completed orders here. So all the records that you've, of past orders that you've completed will be here. Ready to pick up, super easy. There's only 2 things you can do here. So you can select multiple orders, and then here are your 2 options at the top right. So if you click the bell, it just sends a pickup notification to the customer, letting them know, hey, come get it, it's ready to be picked up. And it also changes this N to a Y in the notified column. So that's how you know you've already sent them an email. And then mark as picked up, it just completes the order and does not send an email. So once you're ready, once the customer picks up the order, just click mark as picked up and it'll complete these orders. And same thing, remove them from the ready to pick up tab and then file them back here under your completed orders. Cool. Next, we will go to purchasing and production. So what's important to know about purchasing and production is once an order is generated, all of the products in that order are then sent to purchasing and production. If you have a proposal that's in the new or in progress phase, you're not going to see the products in purchasing or production. It's only once the order is generated here. Okay. So if I just copy this order number here, we'll go to purchasing. You can search an order number here if you want to, or you can filter, see products purchased from specific stores if you need to. You've got different filtering options. So I'll just search the order number here. Purchasing. There we go. And I'll do the same thing in production. So all the purchasing is here to do is just tell you what needs to be ordered. So it's not going to track inventory for you, and it's not going to place an order with your supplier automatically. It's just telling you what needs to be ordered. So all you're going to do is just select the products that you need to order, and if you want to expand these, you can. You just click anywhere on this card, and then you can expand the sizes as well. Get really specific if you need to. But for this example, we'll just select all, and then create a PO. So we'll select our supplier here, Sanmar. And then if you've already placed the order, you can fill out this information here. And then any notes you might have, and then create PO. So it's a left to right process. Now we're in the purchase tab. Here's our PO at the top. So on this PO, I can then start receiving items. So Inksoft thinks that you've made the purchase already. So you can start receiving these. So I can just select them this way. And then we'll have partially received status. I can select an entire group of this color if I want to. We'll have received here, but the entire PO is still partially received. Or for this example, we'll just mark as received. Just click the check mark. You can also download a PDF. It's just a really condensed list view of your entire PO. So if I click the 3 dots here and go to download PDF, here it is. So it's just a really condensed list view of your PO. So SKU, quantity, color, and then size all the way down. So you can reference this while you're placing your order with your supplier, or you can print it out, and then once your order comes in, you can just check off and use this as your receiving list to make sure you got your whole order, basically. And then once you reach the received tab of purchasing, you're basically done. So this PO is just going to sit here until all 115 items have been completed in their orders. And then once that happens, the PO will just disappear from this tab. So production, first thing we'll do here is go to preferences. And let me just delete. No, that's fine. We'll just make a new one. So you can create your workflow here. Just ignore these. Create new. Let's say we want to track our screen print workflow. Select an avatar. We'll do a hat. No, you don't have screen print hats. Let's do this shirt. Create new. So this is where we're going to set up the stages for this workflow. So first step, let's say color separation. Give that a red color. And then next stage, let's say burn screens. So it's a top to bottom workflow, so I'll just drag these down. Make sure the order goes top to bottom. Next, we'll print the shirts. And then we'll say packaging. Great workflow. So now that we've created this workflow, it's now reusable. So I can assign as many products to this workflow as I want to. As you can see, I've got 9 different jobs assigned to this one. We'll use this as an example here. So starting from production cards now, we'll search that order number again. This is the only area of the system that will sort by design. So for screen printing especially, or any decoration really, it's really handy. Anything containing the same art file will be grouped up like you see here. So you can just grab it all and then create a job. Select your workflow. It's going to be our screen print workflow here. Give the job a name. Schedule a date for production to start. And the due date here, I'll just read this one to you. So the due date is automatically determined based on the earliest ship/pickup date of the production cards you have selected. So the earliest possible ship or pickup date is reflected here. Any job notes you have, and then create job. So left to right again, here's our job. So on the actual job, you can print or download your work order up here, and you can click the 3 dots and also get your render package. So everything your production team needs to produce the order is on this page here. Let's see, and you can walk it through the steps of your workflow in the top right here. So say now we're burning screens, and if I view the orders, so here's the order numbers here. All of this information is relayed to me here. So I've got my purchasing status for the antique gold garments, and then here's my production status. Same thing here. And same thing here, excuse me. So if I want to go back to production, make a change, I can just click this job number starting with a J here. Excuse me. And yeah, so I can still update my production status here. And just keep in mind, if I complete production, then it's going to try and send this order to the next stage in the order manager. So if this job contained every item in this order and I completed production, then this order would automatically be sent to the ready to pick up tab up here. Then we've got the calendar view. Got day, week, or month view. So all the calendar does is it tells you what you have scheduled for production. You can also drag this around to reschedule. So if you click on the day, it shows you everything you've got scheduled in the day for production. Drag it to the next day. You can also reference the job here, so you can go back to the job, just click this up here, and you can update your production status that way if you want to as well. Alrighty. That's it for video number 2. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.